Hello, anybody watching this video. My name is Nossrats, and what we're going to be getting into is we're going to get faded, then we're going to tell a story. Pretty self-explanatory, but let's get to the bowl, because who doesn't like smoking a bowl? Let's get to the bowl. One thing I did want to kind of mention before we get to the bowl, just so it's not so awkward and me looking at a camera and it's just, a quick bowl clip. But I'm going to be telling you what I'm smoking through the bowl. And yeah, so today we are smoking on Dabod Blue Lobster 60s DBL infused pre-rolls. So I smoke on these a lot, they get me pretty fucked up. So wish me some luck, because I just smoked one of these about 30 minutes ago. So we're about to get back into it. Now, there's a few things I would like to get out of the way. One, most importantly, I do not encourage smoking at all. This is for entertainment purposes only. Two, bong really needs to be cleaned, like really badly. So we're gonna be smoking out of this. And here's the Blue Lobsters. So we're gonna pack this up with a Blue Lobster, and we'll cut back when we got this ready. So I did not intentionally fill it up this much, because I smoked one of these about maybe 45 to 50 minutes ago now. So this is gonna be yummers. It's gonna be yummer. So I packed this up in the bowl. I'm gonna take a seat, and y'all can watch me die. We took the bowl. The dude got me pretty good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have the bowl out of the way, we can continue on with the video, and I can proceed with my story. Now, this story takes place in summer of 2025. This was one of my first times still trying out flower. But what makes this story time different is that this was my first time smoking something that was infused with anything. And I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware of it at all. So this was actually a pretty big jump now that I really think of it. So this was in the summer of 2025. I was in Winnipeg at my ex-girlfriend's place, and she recommended to me that I just try flower. It's cheaper and whatever. I was, having carts and whatever, just kind of going through them within maybe a week. And she was recommending that, maybe just try swapping the flower. It could be a cheaper alternative to you and whatnot. And I was like, all right, why not? So one day, without her knowing, I went over to the dispensary and I bought a little $2 joint. It was a little 0.35 gram joint. I think it was actually $2.97 if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's what I smoked. and I couldn't really feel anything from it, from one. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back and get one more. So I got one more, and I just remember the taste of just flour was just so like different to me. Like it just, it's not, it's I can't really describe the way that it tastes, but like if you smoke, you know what I mean. Like your first time smoking, it just has this taste that you just, I can't explain it. But however, um, yeah, a couple days go by. Um, I decide I want to try the most expensive 1 gram joint they have at that dispensary. And now that I think of it, it really wasn't that expensive for their most expensive. Just like one joint. It was, I think it was like $22. Anyways, it was pretty high percent THC. It was keef infused. It was dipped in, I don't remember a bunch of it. I just remember seeing triple infused and then pulling it out, and it was just surrounded with keef. I was completely unaware of what I was smoking at the time. So I actually left my ex-girlfriend's house because we were having an argument and I just wanted some, me time. And I decided, what, fuck it. I'm gonna get one of those. So I go walk into this bench that I would normally just go smoke a cigarette to. That too, ladies and gentlemen, I do not encourage smoking cigarettes at all. I do not encourage smoking in general. But I would go walk to this bench that I would normally go smoke cigarettes to. And maybe about 30 feet away from the bench, I lit it up and took 2 puffs, like pretty quick. And I was like, okay, this is pretty strong. And it also tasted pretty good too. So, I wanted to take some more. So I took 2 more. And it hit me pretty hard already. And I was maybe a 6.5 out of 10 on like a scale of just how high I was. And I continue walking towards the bench, and there was this guy. He's just having his bike. He's walking from like way ahead of me on his bike, or he's not walking, but he's riding his bike. And he puts his bike against this fence and just proceeds to start just stretching and yelling and looking in his backpack. And I'm thinking, like, I would much rather smoke walking back to my ex-girlfriend's place than to just start tripping out in front of what I thought was a tweaker. So now I start walking back. I get maybe about 15 to 20 steps in until I hear someone call out to me, "Yo, bro." And I'm thinking, I don't want to look back. But for some odd reason, my body just naturally just looked back. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, what's up? And it's the guy who was yelling. And he was like, "You got an extra cigarette?" I was like, "Nope. I have no cigarette." But I don't know why the fuck I decided to do this. Maybe it was, the weed making me fucking do dumb decisions and just me making decisions that I wouldn't normally do. But I said, "I got some of this though. Would you like some of this?" I don't know why I would say that. I don't know if this guy's clean or not. Thankfully, he asked me before he even had some in the first place. And yeah, so we proceeded to smoke, and this guy was actually pretty chill. We ended up just talking and whatever. we exchanged names. I told him my name and he told me his. Let's call this guy freaking Jim. Let's call this guy Jim. Jim, he was saying how he had problems with his girlfriend and whatever. And I was asking him, like, like, what's the problem? Just saying, like, oh, she says, I smoke too much. And I was like, oh, uh, did you want me to, like, just not smoke with you? Like, I don't want to be the cause of you, being addicted again or something. He was like, no, no, man, it's cool. I've been smoking again for the past couple months. I was like, oh, so I see. It's like, yeah. Excuse me. And so yeah, I'm just passing this thing back and forth with me and Jim, and this shit starts hitting me like a fucking truck, and the whole ground just looks insane, just super insane, like just too real to be real, like, and it just looked really shiny, and the colors and everything looked bright. I'm just thinking, like, I got to get the fuck home. Like, I need to get back. So I started walking back. I'm telling Jim, like, hey, man, like, I need to go check on the wife. Just trying to make up an excuse to go home. So he, that actually worked. And so I go home. And we actually ended up trading socials. Not socials, but I gave him my number. He gave me his. And we actually planned to smoke some more in the future, but we never ended up smoking in the future, sadly. Maybe I'll try to reach out to him and just have like a virtual smoke sesh while playing COD or something, you know. Uh, but I went home and I just remember opening the door and I could just already know I smell like mad weed. So I just instantly go upstairs, just straight upstairs. And as I'm walking up the stairs, I feel like I'm floating. I don't even like feel like my feet's moving up. I don't feel no weight on my legs. I just feel like I'm floating forward. So I go upstairs. I go into the bathroom real quick. I look at myself. And I kid you not, my whole face was just looking like it was melting. It's just melting. And I'm just thinking, like, holy fuck, what did I smoke? What did I smoke? And I barge into my ex-girlfriend's room. I'm like, I'm so fucking high. Help. And I just go jumping into the bed. She looks in my eyes and she's like, holy fuck, what did you smoke? And I'm just telling her, like, I don't know. I don't know what I smoked. Obviously, that sounds pretty bad. Just that. So I had to clarify. I was like, wait, no, no, no. It's not what you think. It was weed. I just didn't know what it was. So I had to show her the container. And she was like, you fucking dumb. And I was like, what is it? And she like showed it to me. It was like triple infused. Obviously, I didn't know what that meant. So she had to explain it to me. I was like, damn, that's a lot of weed. Like, yeah, you smell like a nug. And I started laughing and I was like, damn. Excuse me again. Excuse me again. And then I proceeded to just play skate for like 4 hours and then ordering some food. And it was just pretty much just that. And then I tell her the story that I'm telling you guys right now. Definitely one of the more memorable ones. Definitely will be telling another pretty crazy story sometime soon. But that's pretty much it. It was just me smoking, something I didn't know what I was smoking. So once again, I'll say it. I do not I do not encourage smoking at all. I will say this over and over. I do not encourage smoking at all. And yeah, hope whoever's watching this is having a good day, having a good rest of your night, whatever time it is. And thank you for watching.